Hey guys, and welcome back. Now, I know this is in the mod playlist, but this is not going to be a mod review today. In fact, we don't have any mods in camera. We're not going to be playing with any mods today. Today, I thought I would take the liberty of talking to you a little bit about mod sites and why I choose to link to certain mod sites as opposed to others in my mod videos. So, with the emergence of my mod playlist, and I pretty much kind of expected this topic to come up at some point, I thought I would go ahead and broach the subject now. Basically, in my mods playlist, I've had folks ask questions as to why did I link to that site over this other site, um, or I've had folks that have suggested obtaining a mod from one place as opposed to another place, and everything. And I wanted to basically approach that subject and talk about why do I choose to to link to specific sites over others, because I do make a kind of a deliberate attempt to pick very specific mod sites in order to link to. And in fact, let's go ahead and empty this trailer. We're over here on Fellsburn, and I'm just doing a sugar beet harvest. Well, we got a little bit more. We can go ahead and fill this up. So I thought, what better to way to occupy the time than to basically have a little chat with you guys related to mods and the such. So the reason I pick the sites I pick to link to mods in the mod review videos is very simple. I hold to a kind of a personal goal, is to try to link folks to a mod site where I'm fairly confident that the mod author that created the mod um, put that link or put that mod on that site. Okay, there are hundreds of mod sites out there, and trust me, mod authors don't go and upload their mods to hundreds of websites. They may upload their mod to a handful, maybe two, maybe three sites, and that's about it. Well, what happens is most of these sites are a little unscrupulous in what they do. At least I feel it's unscrupulous. So you're free to form your own opinion, and if you have a different opinion than mine, that's fine and dandy. I'm not going to judge you, so please don't judge me in my views on this subject. But at any rate, what these sites do is they basically have automated processes, bots, that basically have a list of websites. And these bots basically just check every so many hours, maybe every hour, every 2 hours, every 6 hours, whatever. They go out and they check all of these sites that they have a list to see if there's any new mods. And if there are, the bot downloads them. The bot copies the description page, downloads any pictures, all automatically from these sites, and then basically posts the mod, the pictures, and the description on their own sites. Okay? So that's how a mod that could be posted in one place over the course of, let's say, 12 hours could find its way on 100 different mod sites. The mod author didn't put it there. The mod author may not realize that their mod is posted on 100 sites. And most of those sites provide an avenue for comments and everything. And a lot of times people will put a comment and ask for support. They'll ask a question about the mod on one of these hundreds of sites that the mod author has no clue that their mod is even linked to. And the person maybe never gets an answer to their question, Maybe somebody else who's downloaded the mod might reply and answer the question. Typically, you just get jackass responses to people's questions, um, and it's pretty much not very productive. So what I try to do is I try to find where the mod author had uploaded their mod to originally, and I try to use that link. I try to reference that site. And the big reason is one, there's a few big reasons. One, if the mod has a problem and the mod author wants to make a correction, a revision, they want to upload a new version, well, they're going to upload the new version to whatever site that they likely used to begin with. Okay? And when they get that uploaded, quite possibly they will have the ability to go in and disable the old version, deactivate it, make it so that other people don't download the old version. Because if I wrote a mod and I discovered after 3 or 4 days after release that I had a problem with it, I would want to fix that problem, and I'd want to post that problem or that fix out there so people could get it, and I'd want to get rid of the old version so that it went away. Okay? Well, the problem with all of these upload sites that just grab mods from everywhere else and put them on their own site for download is that they're basically keeping every version of every mod that they ever scour. Okay? You as a player come along, unknowingly, maybe search for, let's say you're searching for a mod of this Phoenix Tatra. Okay? So you search Phoenix Tatra, and you may stumble upon that one of those versions of that mod. And you might stumble upon the version that's broke. Even though there's a fix out there, even though the site you're using has that updated version, you might stumble upon the wrong version, download it, you have a problem, you might get frustrated, you might be like, well, this mod is terrible, this mod author guy, he doesn't know what he's doing, I'm never going to download another one of his things. Okay? So he's basically, you've soured now your view of him, soured your view of the mod. You may see someone else using it, and it's like, well, how come you got it to work? I couldn't get it to work. And then they're like, well, I'm using this version. And then you may eventually discover that you've got a different version. Okay? So version control, revisioning, making sure you have the latest version is very important. Several mod sites actually allow you to have a support page. So some mod authors will choose to deliberately upload to certain sites that allow a support dialogue to happen. Okay, so in those cases, I, as a mod author, have chosen upload to a specific web forum to post my mod. And maybe that web forum, various reasons, has chosen to put their mod downloads behind a membership, a requirement, saying basically you have to join the site in order to download the files. Okay, so you join the site, you download the file, but you might see that there's a link to a support topic on the download page. All right, so in that case, then the mod author probably is monitoring that support topic. If you've got a question, you could ask a question in there, and the mod author, guess what? He might actually respond to you because he's aware that people are going to be going there to get support on his mod because he put it there to begin with. Right? So support is another reason why I pick very deliberate links to mods. Another reason is basically to support the mod author themselves. So you can argue that certain sites that, well, they pay pennies on the download, basically. Certain sites that do that are against Giant's terms of service. because Giants does have a terms of service with respect to mods. And one of those terms is basically that you can't sell your mod. Okay, you can't sell anything that is created with the Giants editor. And one could argue that by using a pay per download type service is in essence selling a mod, because you get money. You get, let's say, a penny for every download or 2 cents for every download of your mod. But I don't really have that same viewpoint. I'm more along the lines of if that is what the mod author is doing in order to incentivize themselves a little bit to do modding, then you know what? These Giants Editor is free. Okay, Maya, a 3D application, 3D modeling program, it is not free. It costs some money. It costs a lot of money. So, to some degree, if they're doing this to somewhat make up for some of the investment that they've put into this project, that's kind of fine. And again, it goes back to, I know I'm getting the latest version. I know I'm getting the latest link. I know I'm getting the version that is likely going to work. I'm not getting an old version because someone has archived it somewhere. I'm not getting a version that's not supported, or things like that. So that's pretty much why I choose the links that I choose. Okay, so let me talk about the sites that I go to and look for mods. Number one is the Giants Mod Hub. That is going to be your number one best source for good functional mods. The way they do their mod hub is if the mod author uploads a new version, well, the link to the mod never changes. It's just all of a sudden the old link will go to the new version. So versioning control is there. Giants Mod Hub doesn't necessarily have a support topic per mod, but they've got a forum that's got plenty of traffic on it. Got a problem with a mod, a question with a mod, and post it in that forum, and rest assured somebody's going to answer you and give you some helpful advice. Okay, another site that I like to use is FSUK, and I'm going to put, now that we're talking about sites other than the main game mod hub, I'm going to put links to those in the video as I talk about them. But FSUK is a great place to go and look to download mods. They have Farm Sim 17 mods, 19 mods, 15 mods. They go back quite a ways with the version of Farm Sim that they support. What makes FSUK rather unique is, of the hundreds of mod sites, FSUK is one of the few that actually has their own testing team that actually tests mods before they post them on their site for download. So you can be assured that anything posted on that site is going to be validated as functional. If there are any issues with it, they're going to be documented and listed out so that you know when you download it what you can expect to experience. They also have a dedicated support topic for every mod that they have available for download. Okay, so you can go there, download the mod. Got a problem, you can go back to that download, click on the support topic, and you can ask your support question, and you might get an answer from the mod author, you might get an answer from someone on the modding testing team, you might get an answer from a fellow player, but rest assured you will get an answer, and you will have a way of, one, again, knowing you've got the right version, communicating with someone that is familiar with the mod if you've got questions on how to use it, and also be assured that it's a safe download. You're not going to get pop-ups or other types of things from FSUK. Along those same lines, we have PCSG. Okay, so we've got a couple sites that are letter acronyms going on here. So PCSG is another community-based simulation website. They have mods for download. Just like FSUK, PCSG hosts their own mods, so you don't have to worry about pop-ups, ads, or anything like that. For the most part, PCSG mods are hidden behind a registration wall. Okay, and they do that, I think, for two reasons. One is it restricts the avenue of the scan bots, the bots that just scan for mods and download and repost. Okay, so by having these mods hidden behind a registration wall, one, you have to register to download, so the bot can't necessarily be a registered member, typically. So the bots are sites safe from bots. Two, since you've already registered, you'll be able to post in the support topic because PCSG, just like FSUK, also tests their mods, also has a support topic for their mods, and you can be assured that you're going to be probably communicating with the mod author if you've got any questions about your mod, because they're going to be aware that their mod is over at FSUK, and they're going to be checking periodically to see if anyone has questions, problems, etc. Another mod website to check out is American Eagles Modding. Okay? This one is more geared around American style farm sim, as you may understand based on the name. I think for the most part, American Eagles Modding is also behind a registration wall. Again, they have a support topic per mod. I don't know if American Eagles Modding does mod testing on their mods, but I do know that they have support topics, support forums, and got folks that are willing to provide you help if you've got questions about a mod, if you have just any kind of question related to the game itself, actually. Then we've got another site that I like to frequent called modhoster.com. So modhoster is getting a little questionable with some practices. I believe that there's been possible instances in the past where mods have been reposted to modhoster that are not posted by the map or the mod author. But for the most part, modders use modhoster as a way of distributing and getting their mod out to the community. Modhoster does not have support topics, but they do allow comments. I really wish that they did have an avenue for support topics, but they just don't. You can go in and you can see who uploaded the mod. That's not hidden from you. You can basically click on them and basically see what other mods have they submitted. Maybe you like a particular mod by a particular author, and you're interested in maybe what else that they've done, because if you like one, you might like more of their work. Then we've got, let me scroll my notes down here. Then we've got a German site. Got a couple German sites. The game is European, and Germans have really embraced the game and embraced the modding scene like crazy. So for these following three sites, I really recommend a Google plugin for Chrome, which is Google Translate. Okay, you can set up Google Translate to auto-translate the web page from German to English. That's going to make browsing these following sites rather helpful. Okay, so we have Maru.net. Okay, Maru.net is really a forum. for modders, scripters, and game players alike. They also post People also post mods there. They are usually expecting a little bit higher level of player. Not trying to call anybody not smart, but typically they are expecting a little bit higher level of player, someone that's got a little bit more knowledge of the game, or maybe of modding in general. But they usually have pretty good quality mods, rather interesting mods, to say the least. But Maru.net is one source. Another source is LS Mod Company. These guys are outstanding. They made quite a name for themselves in Farm Sim 17, in my opinion. They have a very large team of modders that all mod under the LS Mod Company moniker. In Farm Sim 17, basically they were able to arrange so that when they uploaded mods, that the mods were not only listed under themselves for credit, but were also under the LS Mod Company moniker as a whole. That way, you could look and basically see the mods from the whole team. Okay? Well, this site is really good. It is behind a registration wall again. They do have a dedicated support topic for the mods. The level and quality of the mods that are posted over there is going to be top notch, to say the least. These are the guys that brought you all kinds of great mods in Farm Sim 17, and I know very well that they're going to be bringing you all kinds of great goodies in 19. Now, they typically are going to be posting to the Giants Mod Hub for most things, but there may be certain projects that they post to their own forum and their own site exclusively to. But it's a good place to go and check and just periodically see what's up at LS Mod Company. Moddingwelt.com is another German site, well worth going and checking out. Now, they don't post a ton of stuff there, but the stuff they do put there is usually pretty good quality. Again, it's going to be German, so you're going to need to use that Google plugin. Now, a fairly well-known modder called Farmer Andy used to post a lot of his stuff to Modding Welt. It's been kind of jumping around from mod group to mod group as of late, as best I know. But last I had seen, he was posting stuff over at Modding Welt, and then he kind of branched off to his own site. I don't have the link to that in my memory or in my document at this point, but I will try to dig that up and put it in the links in the description. I'll have a link to all of these sites in the description also. Then we've got some, well, Facebook in general. Okay, let's talk about Facebook. There are tons of Farm Sim Facebook sites that deal with modding. Some of them are far better than others. Some of them are like Custom Modding is a pretty well-known modding force for Farm Sim. You've got Stevie and his Farm Sim page. He's got a lot of color option mods where he's basically modded base game stuff and added color options to them. In Farm Sim 17, he put out a ton of maps for PC, so there's no reason to expect that he's not going to be putting out a ton of maps for 19 also. So keep a check out for that. And, there's a whole bunch of other Facebook sites. I'm not a Facebook fan. I don't have all the links. I do have a few. There they are. And now let's talk about a few of the less scrupulous sites, I should say. Or should I say more scrupulous? Not sure which terminology I should be using. But either way, these are the sites that have a pretty bad reputation for maybe not stealing, but basically reposting, are pulling mods from other sites and purposing them for their own gain with respect to just driving traffic to those sites and everything. And those two sites are modland.net and modhub.us. Okay, so I think an issue that some folks, some new players may have, is the similarity in name between modhub.us and the Giants modhub. And I think very real that some players, new players, maybe even old players alike, think modhub.us is an extension of the Giants modhub. And it is by no means that at all. Now you may find, and you will find, mods posted in the Giants mod hub showing up on modhub.us and modland.net because the Giants mod hub is one of those sites that they scrape and they look for mods and they download those mods and they offer them for download. But I can tell you, no one, for the most part, is looking at those sites for questions about their mods in general. Okay, but I wouldn't rule those sites, and I don't rule those sites out entirely just because there's lots of bad apples. There are some mod authors that have chosen, good or bad, to upload their mods to those sites on their own accord. And in those respects, I don't have any problem linking to those sites for those mods. So if I do my best due diligence and I find that it looks like the mod author really did upload to modhub.us, and that's really where they really did put their mod for download, then I don't have a problem referencing that website. What I definitely won't reference is if it's pretty clear that the person who's being credited for the mod is not the person who actually uploaded it. And in those instances, it's pretty clear to me that mod has been basically not stolen, but more or less obtained without the map or mod author's knowledge, reposted maybe without their knowledge, and at that point, there's no version control. If there's 3 versions to a map, let's say, all 3 versions might get posted up there. Maybe only the first version shows up for some reason, and the other 2 versions never show up. Then you go and download an old version, and you've got problems with it. So what are you going to do? You're going to basically post and ask a question. You're not going to get an answer. You're going to get angry. You're going to get frustrated with respect to this guy who made this mod is not helping you out, and you're not understanding why on earth is this guy ignoring you. Well, he's ignoring you because he has no idea that you're asking for help over on this other site because he never put the mod there to begin with. Well, if you look at these sites with any frequency and look at who uploaded, look at the username of who uploaded the mod, you can pretty quickly pick out people who are posting tons of mods or accounts that are posting tons of mods. And these are the bots. These are the people that are, not necessarily people, but these are the scripts. These are the things that are going out and automatically pulling these mods in. So in those cases, I avoid, like the plague, downloading those. Because one, you don't really know, is that really the mod or not? Is that something that someone is just stuck up there to be fun and is actually possibly going to corrupt my game? I'll take a look at the description and I'll see I'll try to look for the person that's being attributed credit for the mod creation. And then I'll go on Google and I'll try to find, where did this person put this mod at? where is the best source to get this thing from, and then I'll try to use that. There's a lot of mods that look really nice in pictures that have failed at tracking down where they came from, and as a result, I have deliberately chosen not to do a video on. I've deliberately chosen not to download that. I've deliberately chosen not to use it. It's a decision I've made, um, just on my values and how I feel about it. If you all want to go out and grab it from any site, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you for that. Don't judge me for my actions either. But I wanted to give a little bit of an explanation as to why am I picking certain sites to link to. And I know that that mod's available on another 50 sites. And I understand that. And you know what? You're free to get it from wherever you want. But I'm going to continue to put the links out because of how I feel about it. There are lots of legitimate ways to get these mods, and there's lots of illegitimate ways, if you will, to get them. I mean, just to reference a few things. All right, so recently there was a mod posted on both of those sites and on lots of other sites too about Courseplay. So Courseplay is a pretty popular mod. 17, it was pretty popular for 15, and it no doubt will be extremely popular for 19 when it finally comes out. Well, there was a mod posted on these sites claiming to be Courseplay. It was nowhere close to that. It wasn't functional. I don't even think it was Courseplay. This person just put the posting out there, put a nice pretty Courseplay like picture out there of it, put a description, which was basically the description of what Courseplay was, and basically a whole boatload of people downloaded it. A whole boatload of people got angry and posted comments like, this isn't even Courseplay, why did you even do this? And you know, they used a paid per download source to do it. So thanks all these guys. You just paid that guy, you know, $4 or $5 for basically pulling the wool over your eyes. Courseplay is something that's never going to be posted legitimately to these types of sites. They're going to be posting stuff to their GitHub, which is a kind of a development platform to work on code and distribute it out to people who are helping out with a project. Or they're going to post it to the mod hub, the Giants mod hub. Another issue as of late was there's been a couple Frontier Design Oxygen David maps that have been converted and posted on these unscrupulous sites. And a lot of people are thinking that, oh look, Oxygen David released this this map for Farm Sim 19. That was really quick. This is one of his real popular maps, 17, and he brought it over to 19. They download it and then they realize that it's riddled with errors, it's got problems, things aren't working, triggers aren't working, and they get soured, they get upset. They might even message him on Facebook and like, what is this junk you're trying to pass off as 19? And he's like, what are you talking about? I never released this map. You know, where's this link? So he gets a link to it, and it's who knows who download or created this edit. They respectfully, I'm sure they felt it was respectful, they respectfully put Oxygen David's name in the credits because he was the original map author's name, and uploaded it, and as a result, people are a little soured on the Oxygen David name, thinking that you know, he did this when he didn't. So you know, he's not going to be publishing things to these sites. He's going to be creating mods, maps, and submitting them to the Giants Mod Hub because he wants the biggest audience possible to his maps, and the only way to that is is, in his mind, the Giants mod hub. I agree with him. So there you go. This isn't a mod video. You probably haven't even made it to this part of the video, but if you had, congratulations. I really appreciate it. And I just thought I'd want to share those thoughts to you as to why am I picking the sites that I am picking to do these map videos on, or mods videos on, and everything. And I respect that you may choose to get them from the unscrupulous sites. I respect that you might not care who posted them. All you want to do is get the mod and have it. That's fine. That's how you want to be. It's how you want to play. I understand it. Please understand my view. Please respect my view, and just know that I am not I am deliberately. I'm not being intentionally. I'm not intentionally deleting comments in mod reviews that have alternate links to them because I don't want you linking to those. Well, I guess I am. See, what am I trying to say? Basically, I guess I'm trying to say I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be nasty. I'm not trying to censor you or anyone. But if you leave a comment on a mod review video and basically say you can get the mod over here at this other site also, and you put a link to it, that link's not going to make it in the comment. Okay? You're free to comment that you found the mod somewhere else and that it was easier to download. You're free to comment that you'd prefer not to using some of these pay-to-click download sites. I understand. They can be a little bit of a pain. You know, lots of times they get pop-ups. They try to distract you to click on things because that's what they do. They're trying to make money, and the only way they make money is to fool you, the user. But if you're careful and cautious, then you'll be safe going to those sites. And again, if that's where the mod author has put them, and that's as best I can determine is where they put them, then I don't agree with those sites either, but I'm going to try to get it where the mod author put it in order to support the mod author as best I can. So guys, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, go ahead and hit the dislike button. It's cool. I understand. If you're not a subscriber and you still want to subscribe after this little bit of a rant, then go ahead, subscribe. That's cool with me. We're going to do mod videos as mods come out that I think are worthy. I'm going to try my absolute darndest to do mod videos for any mod that I am going to use in my personal gameplay. That way, if folks are curious as to where I got a mod from, I can just direct them to the mods playlist. We also do map videos, which are also mods, but we do map videos as maps start coming out hot and heavy. Try to schedule those to come out on specific days. Farm Sim 17 days, I did those typically on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we do Let's Play videos, currently on Felsburn. I think that's how I pronounce it. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in the morning, we will publish a new video on this map as a Let's Play series. So until next time, guys, happy farming.